Have you ever noticed that you try to fix your life, but every time the same old version of you comes back? You change habits, routines, people, but the most important thing you don't change is yourself. And that is the most dangerous truth of this book. Rebuild Yourself says your life is not stuck because you don't have opportunities. You are stuck because you are living with the same mindset that brought you here. Think. If the same thinking is giving you pain again and again, can that same thinking give you a new life? No. That is why people work hard for years but remain the same broken person inside, because they changed everything outside, but nothing inside. This book says you don't need to change your life. You need to change your version. Now, understand one deep thing. Your problems are not created by your decisions. Your problems are created by your identity. If you see yourself as weak inside, you cannot take strong decisions. If you see yourself as unlucky, opportunities pass even when they come to you. That is why some people rise every time they fall, and some fall once and stay down forever. The difference is not talent. The difference is identity. This book teaches you that to change your story, you don't need to write a new chapter. You need to become a new character. And once you understand this, you don't stop struggling, but struggle stops breaking you. Now the real question is, do you want to fix your life, or are you truly ready to change yourself? Because both are different. This is the difference between an average life and a powerful life. Understand this carefully. You want to change your life means you want external things to change. More money, better people, fewer problems, more respect. But changing yourself means you are ready to let go of your old version. And this is the hardest part. Because humans are not afraid of pain. Humans are afraid of change. You will stay in pain but avoid breaking yourself. That is why you repeat the same mistakes again and again. You know what is wrong, yet you do the same. Why? Because your mind sees the familiar as safe, even if that familiar is pain. This book says you are not stuck in your comfort zone. You are stuck in your identity zone. Feel this. If you see yourself as lazy, no matter how much motivation you watch, after a few days you will return to the same pattern. If you see yourself as weak, you can act strong for a while, but not permanently, because your inner voice keeps reminding you you are not that person and you accept it. This is the invisible cage in which most people live their whole life. Now the question is, how to get out? This book gives a powerful method. Identify, break, build. Identify who you are right now, how you think, how you react, what you fear. Break the patterns that pull you back, consciously. Build a new version of who you want to become. Now, see a real moment. You want to start something new. Immediately a voice comes, "What if I fail?" and you stop. If you remain the same person, the result will be the same. But if you consciously think, "I am the person who tries and learns," what will happen? You will take action, and the result will be different. That is rebuilding. Small change, but the direction completely changes. One more thing. You think change is a big step, but this book says change happens through micro decisions. Every time you take action despite fear, you change your identity. Every time you challenge a negative thought, you create a new pattern. Every time you respect yourself, you increase your value. These small moments together create a new person. Now imagine if you start taking 5 to 10 such conscious decisions every day. After 30 days, will you be the same person? No. You will be changed from inside. And when you change inside, the outside world starts treating you differently. People remain the same, but their behavior changes. Opportunities remain the same, but you start seeing them. Why? Because you changed. This book says life shows you only what you are internally ready for. Now hear a deep truth. You are not ready, so you are not getting it. You are not getting it, so you are not becoming ready. This cycle continues. And there is only one way to break it. First, change yourself, then the world will change. And the moment you take this step, you realize the problem was not outside. Your version was outdated. And the truth is, even today, you are living like your past self, with old fears, old thinking, old limits and still expecting a new future. How? If the software is not updated, how will the system run fast? This is the next level of the book. You don't just need to change, you need to upgrade. Now understand this carefully. What does upgrade mean? It means you cannot remain the same person you are right now. You have to let go of something. Old excuses, old habits, old identity. And this is where most people stop because they want change but not loss. They want a new life but also the old comfort. That is not possible. This book clearly says every new level demands the death of the old version, and this death is not outside, it is inside. Now imagine a moment. You get an opportunity to do something big, but a voice inside says, "I am not ready," and you step back. Now think, when will you be ready? When everything is perfect? When fear disappears? When confidence comes on its own? No, that will never happen, because confidence comes from action, and action comes when you move forward despite fear. This book says you don't take action after becoming ready, you become ready by taking action. This mindset shift changes everything. Now, one more thing. How you see yourself becomes your limit. If you see yourself as small, you hold yourself back even when big opportunities come. If you see yourself as capable, you turn even small opportunities into something big. The difference is not outside, it is inside. Now, a real truth. What you have in life is the result of your current identity, and what you don't have is also because of it. This means if you want new results, you have to become a new person. Now, the question is, how? This book gives a simple but powerful method. Act like the person you want to become. It means behave like the person you want to be. If you want to be confident, speak like a confident person. If you want to be disciplined, work with discipline. If you want to be strong, don't run from difficulty. In the beginning, it will feel fake, but slowly it becomes real because the mind accepts what is repeated. Now, a deep observation. Every day you are voting for your future. With every decision, you are either strengthening your old version or your new version. There is nothing in between. This book says your life is the result of your daily votes. Now imagine if from today, every day you consciously choose to think a little better, act a little better, become a little better. What will happen? For some days, nothing will be visible, but inside, everything will be changing. And then one day, suddenly, you won't recognize yourself because you will become the person you once admired. And that is rebuilding. Slow, silent, but powerful. And the moment you accept this process, you stop trying to change quickly and start changing the right way. But here, another truth appears. You want to change, but you cannot stay consistent. 2 days of motivation, 3 days of action, and then back to the same pattern. Then you tell yourself, I can't do it. But this book says it's not that you can't do it, you built the wrong system. Now understand this carefully. You connect change with emotion. When you feel good, you work. When you don't feel like it, you stop. And this is the biggest mistake, because emotions are not stable. High today, low tomorrow. If you live according to emotions, your progress will also be unstable. This book says strong people are not motivated, strong people are committed. Now understand the difference. Motivation says, I will do it if I feel like it. Commitment says, I will do it whether I feel like it or not. This is where real rebuilding starts. Now imagine a moment. In the morning, you don't feel like doing anything productive. Now you have 2 choices. Live according to your mood or live according to your goal. People who live by mood stay where they are. People who live by goals slowly move ahead. The difference is daily decisions. One more thing, you overestimate yourself and underestimate the process. You think you will change quickly, but when results don't come in a week, you quit. This book says slow progress is also progress. You don't need to be perfect, you need to be consistent. Because perfect people don't exist, but consistent people win everywhere. Now, a deep truth. Your problem is not that you are not strong, your problem is that you keep starting again and again. But you don't finish, and every incomplete thing slowly breaks your confidence. Then you start doubting yourself. This book says self-trust is built when you keep your promises. Small promises like, I will study for 10 minutes today. I will work for 20 minutes today. I will not complain today. And when you keep these small promises, your mind starts trusting you. And as self-trust builds, your identity starts changing. Now you become the person who does what they say, and that is power. Now, one more thing. You think discipline is hard, but this book says discipline is not hard. An undisciplined life is hard. Think about it. Without discipline, you live in stress, guilt, confusion. With discipline, you stay clear, focused, calm. So what is actually difficult? Discipline or an undisciplined life? Now the choice is yours. Another powerful shift. You chase results, but this book says results follow systems. If your system is strong, results will come. If your system is weak, results will not last. So shift your focus from results to systems, to daily actions, to daily habits, because this is what rebuilds you and slowly takes you to a level where success is not effort, it becomes identity. And when you reach this level, you don't struggle, you grow naturally. This is where the biggest shift happens. Now you don't push life, life starts pushing you forward. But there is a hidden danger here that very few people understand. As soon as you start growing, your old version starts pulling you back. Old thoughts, old excuses, old people, old habits all become active at once. Why? Because your mind wants stability, not change. It doesn't care if you are happy or not. It only wants you to stay familiar. That is why while making progress, you suddenly fall back. Then you think why you can't stay consistent. This book says you are not weak, you are in a rewiring phase. It means your old and new versions are fighting. One says move forward, the other says stay safe here. And most people give up here. But those who understand this phase know this is not a setback, this is transition. Now a powerful observation. As you rise, you start feeling more alone because your thinking is changing, your priorities are changing, and people who were once aligned with you no longer feel the same. And this moment is dangerous because either you grow or you go back and adjust. This book says growth is not comfortable, growth makes you different. Now the question is, are you ready to be different, or will you stay the same and play safe? Another truth. You think when you change, your life will become perfect, but that is not true. Problems don't end, they upgrade. The only difference is earlier you used to break from small things. Now you can handle bigger things. That is real growth. Now you don't react, you respond. Now you don't panic, you plan. Now you don't blame, you improve. And this is the level where you realize you didn't want an easy life, you wanted to become strong. Now a deep realization. You don't need to control everything. You only need to control yourself. You can't change people, you can't always fix situations, but you can choose your reaction. And the moment you hold this power, your life starts stabilizing. Now chaos is outside, but clarity is inside. Fear comes, but it doesn't stop you. Failure happens, but it doesn't define you. And this is the difference between a normal life and an upgraded life. Now the final shift. You stop chasing life, you start building yourself. And as you build yourself, life starts coming toward you. Opportunities, people, respect, all slowly start aligning because now you are ready. And when a person is ready, life doesn't stop them, it pushes them forward. And this is where your real journey begins. But one last thing, the most important. You have listened till here, understood, even felt it. But the truth is, just understanding does not change life. You must have understood many things before. You must have watched many videos. You must have taken a lot of motivation. But if you think honestly, has anything really changed? A little or almost the same? This is the difference between knowing and doing, and this book keeps reminding one thing again and again. Knowledge is not power. Applied knowledge is power. It means until you use it in your daily life, all of this is just words. Now, imagine if from today you take this seriously for just 30 days. Every day you observe yourself. Every day you filter your thoughts. Every day you upgrade your actions. What will happen? Your life will start changing, slow, silent, but permanent, because you are working inside, not outside. And when change happens inside, results outside cannot stop. Now, the choice is in your hands again. Will you finish this video and go back to your old life, or will you start rebuilding yourself from today? Because the opportunity is now, the power is now, the decision is now. And if you don't decide now, you will never decide. Now, if even one line from this journey has touched you deeply, don't let it end here. Like this video. A like is not just a click, it is a signal that you are choosing growth. Subscribe to the channel English Audiobook, because here it's not just motivation, it's about real transformation. And comment what one thing you are going to change in yourself from today, because when you commit openly, your mind starts taking it seriously. Now, let's talk about the most important step. If you truly want to understand this philosophy deeply, don't just listen to this book. Read it slowly, line by line, applying it to yourself. Because some things don't become clear by hearing once, they become clear by repetition. The link is in the description, but don't open it with curiosity, open it with commitment. Because free knowledge inspires, but invested knowledge transforms. And when you invest, you start taking yourself seriously. Remember, you can change your story, but only when you are ready to change yourself. You can stay average, or you can upgrade. You can wait, or you can create. You can live in excuses or in action, but whatever you choose will become your identity. So decide today, will you remain the same old person, or will you become a new version of yourself? Because first you have to become new. The world changes after that.